It had been years since Dublin had won anything, so it went from sort of strength to strength. It started off small, against small wins, and the big win was Offaly.
A very, very good team who had won a number of All-Irelands and had been at the top for 5 or 6 years. And I remember just saying to Anton as he came off the field, elated, that I think he would dream of doing something big now. And he always dreamt of doing something big for me.
I think the second biggest win was Cork, and after that then, the rest is history.
I go off to Germany to work for the summer, and I come back 3 days before the All-Ireland. Now, the lads were just lads before I left. I come back, there's newspapers, there's Heffel's Army, there's banners. Jesus, it was like every Christmas coming at once. The Dubs had arrived.
Presentation has been made, and there is the cup, the Sam Maguire.
Oh, it's more Ireland. My parting shot at Lockett. This is very unlikely.
You know, I remember a fella saying to me, but you must be telepathic, you six forwards, you play so often together, right. You know exactly what to do, you know. You would with certain players know, you know, like Dave, you know he was going to be a rocket of the past, you know, the Keith, he got the ball, he was going for a score. I never knew what Anton was going to do, because I don't think Anton knew what he was going to do, you know, so he was such a free spirit, and he did his own thing.
I remember one time, in fact, the All-Ireland final in '76, Anton was soloing down the field. Eventually Mullins got the goal out of it, but the commentator says, Anton dummies left and goes left. So the whole coordination was not there. And the same with a Picasso painting. If you look at the individual components, they just don't make sense. But put them together and you have a masterpiece. And that's what Anton O'Toole was. One of the big lessons I think we all got from playing during that period was the value of teamwork. And that is really the core element of the Dublin team of the 70s, that everyone would stand up for each other. For me now, it was the biggest lesson I've ever got from university or from school, that with great teamwork, you can really deliver.
We were the ultimate Picasso.
We were the ultimate Picasso.
You know, the time we had was
absolutely
fantastic.
No, wouldn't change a minute.
They weren't all great times, but we wouldn't change it.
I think if we had milk shop whole grain biscuits instead of Mariette.
We had another 10 bottles of milk.
Yeah.
And there are very few teams who, years later, they're still going away on a holiday together and enjoying each other's company and are really making it special.
Yeah, that's very true.
So, while there were a lot of tough times playing the football and we lost a lot of matches, we won a lot as well, and we won a lot of friends, and we all, to a man, are friends as a team.
Yeah.
Well said, Nick. Well said.
It's 2019 was the first trip that Anton had missed.
Yeah.
Because he'd been involved in organising and been on the trips prior to that.
The first time we decided to go on the first trip, the elder statesmen were nominated to form a committee, and there was Paddy was on it, Anton, Stephen and Sean Doherty. And Anton used to come in to me and he said, God, it's very hard to get an answer off, and it was very hard to decide in this, very hard, and nothing was problems. And I said to him one day, Anton, I says, look, the only organiser we have amongst us, or the best, is Alan. Why don't you co-opt Alan, and then you can all relax? Which is what they did. They had a meeting to nominate Alan to come on board, and Alan did the rest. That's it.
The retirement was like that. I was retired. I wasn't told. I wasn't given a jersey for a Leinster final the following year after training, and I was never involved again. You know, I was never told I was finished. I never got a letter. I never got a thank you. You were just dispensed with. It is difficult, you know. It's difficult to go to the matches and look, because you still think you can do as well or better than the others that are out there. But no, I found retirement from work more difficult than retirement from football.
Even when I left the panel in 76, I think it was, after the league final, Heffernan never came back to me and said, why did you leave or anything like that. I just felt as though my time was due. I didn't feel part of the panel anymore. Didn't feel as though he was going to pick me anymore, I suppose. And then the next championship match I played was in 1980 because of Brian Mullins' injury.
Dublin today attempting to set a new record for 7 Leinster championships in a row and top the 6 of Wexford and Kildare that they equalled this day 12 months. Matt Connor with the chance, Matt Connor with the shot at the goal. But as awfully celebrate, Dublin are saying goodbye to the hill for at least the present.
You get involved in a pub, as you know, Fran. I had to go through the penalty an awful lot. They were trying to say that I saw this guy taking the penalties, the salmon, you know, in America and all, which is a load of bull. But it was just a properly good save.
Rather than a badly taken penalty.
No, basically it's just, but you do have to describe this in the pub to every one of them, no matter who they are, where they came from in the country.
Patients were all interested in football. I mean, an awful lot of them were from the country, and football was a great communicator for me. And in fact, traveling around the world, football is a great icebreaker everywhere. But especially if you're dealing with serious cases where people may not do well, if they see that you're a human being and they think that you play football for Dublin, not a lot of them think you're superhuman beings, but they do see you as someone that they can talk to.
In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone.
My daughter came home one evening and she said, you never believe what happened. A consultant came in and accidentally, told Anton he wouldn't be seeing the next All-Ireland. So McCarthy and I were due to go in and see him that night, and I would say we spent 10 to 15 minutes in the car debating whether we were going to go in or not. What were we going to say? So we decided we'd go in and tell lies. So we went in, and Tuller obviously was a bit down. So we said, what's wrong with you, Tuller? I had a bit of bad news today. It's back now. So we said, Tuller, are you going to tell us now that Hickey's beaten this thing 6 times? Are you going to tell us you can't beat it once? Of course I can. His mood just changed. We just said the right thing at the right time. We all knew the outcome was going to be, but Tuller was such a great guy.
Raising songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tale.